going, A Pluses, Nerd Mixes? It is your boy, Indy Uchiha, bringing the review for episode 3 of X-Men 97, Fire Made Flesh. Now, this episode picks up right where the last one left off with another Jean Grey showing up, which was dope because this follows a very dope, digs deep into the comics, you know what I'm saying? And this was actually really cool. But before we get into what happened in the actual episode, one of the things that I do have to say is the one thing that scared me a little bit about this series is that I feel like they're running through big events too quick, because this episode itself was a huge event for me reading it in the comics, and they ran through the whole thing in an episode. The good thing about it is that the way they broke everything down, the way they did it, was really cool. They really did Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen, very well. And the introduction to Mr. Sinister felt, well, sinister when it came to how they did everything. This episode was real touching to me. The whole aspect of Nathan and Madeline actually being, you know what I'm saying, the mother of Nathan, and the connection that she had with her son is the thing that broke her out of it. Like, being a parent is what broke her out of Sinister's control. Hit home, you know what I'm saying, with me having young children. I can understand where she was coming from on that. You know what I'm saying? The love you have for your child will break you through, you know what I'm saying, anything. So that was really, really interesting to me as far as that went. Other than that, the episode was really cool. I love the direction that they had. The fact that all the rooms and stuff they were dealing with was super dark. It had a kind of horror element to it, with all of the X-Men coming into terms with things that really bothered them. Hearing Sinister's name and the reaction he had to that, flashing back to the experience and stuff that Sinister did to him, really made you know how major of a character this person was. And the fact that they took all the lore from the previous show, you know what I'm saying, since continuation, the stuff they went through, Sinister trying to kidnap Jean and Scott in order to create like this perfect, you know what I'm saying, being, with them having a child, and keeping that whole thing going, and Sinister just being Sinister was super dope. Magneto leading the team, Scott feeling like he's failing the team, them still reeling from Storm leaving, Wolverine being a simp. Like, Wolverine is, everybody always talked about Scott being soft and like just girl crazy over Jean, man. Nah, that's Wolverine. The minute he saw that the Jean Grey that Scott had wasn't the real Jean Grey, he gonna go to the real Jean Grey and try to get him some Jean Grey. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Wolverine is no good. He's the simpiest of all simps. He's the friend that you can't leave your girl around because he gonna try to get with her type deal. It's nuts, man. But it was the thing that broke Jean out of what she had going on was her connection that she had with Logan and his feelings for her, because it gave her something to focus on. Her astral projecting to where Sinister and to where the Goblin Queen was, helping her break out of that in order to go, you know what I'm saying, help Sinister, help them defeat Sinister, was real cool. Seeing Cyclops go ham, and his optic blast is concussive. It's energy from a different universe. Is it universe? Is that what's that called? Maybe not universe. Y'all guys know what I mean. Energy from a different plane of a dimension. Energy from a different dimension is normally concussive, like pressure, like that type of thing, right? But seeing him actually be able to apply it in order to cut, you know what I'm saying, Madeline Pryor, that's the other Jean Grey, the Goblin Queen, the one that Sinister actually made a clone of Jean Grey. They have no idea when she was placed with the X-Men. It could have been before the Phoenix, it could have been after the Phoenix, it could have been any time. Madeline could have been the Phoenix, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. She doesn't know who she is, Jean doesn't know who she is. They both have each other's memories, so them having to deal with that thing is crazy, because the X-Men don't know who they went through all these experiences with. It's crazy, man. Like, just thinking about that. Gambit having to deal with the Magneto and Rogue thing. Bishop trying to get back to the future. Sinister actually experimenting on Nathan. Basically exposing him to the techno virus, and Bishop having to take Nathan to the future, which we all know Nathan Summers becomes Cable. Take him to the future in order to find somebody, because he knows somebody that could actually probably help their son live through that. And him only having enough power in his thingy to only take him and Nathan to the future, which they're probably going to see Forge in the future, which you get an introduction to Forge with Storm when Forge tells Storm at the end of the episode that come with me, I could probably get your powers back, I'd be Professor Xavier. It was real cool. Madeline Pryor deciding after everything happened, after they beat Sinister, to go out on her own. Her name's not Jean. She said, just call me Madeline Pryor. To be able to create her own life and live for herself, because all the stuff that she lived to prior, her love for Scott and all that stuff, that wasn't her. That was put there for her. So she never got to decide on who she wanted to be as a person and go. I mean, everything was so compacted. The visuals of the X-Men having to deal with the fears that they had, the horror aspects were really dope. Jubilee chilling with dude on the couch and the thing coming through the TV screen, like, you know what I'm saying, Out of the Ring or Joe Button Puppet Up video, whichever ones you guys want to say you first saw that from, was really cool. Morph, like I said, Morph having to deal with that trauma of what Sinister put him through, and then Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen, being able to take him over and have him fight for them. Man, it was really fast paced, but the way they told the story, see, this is good. I feel like stuff can be fast paced, but it's how you tell the story, the pinpoints that the points that you hit while you're telling that fast-paced story, in order to make sure that people get enough information about what's going on. And this is something that I felt like they did really good. It read like I read a comic book. Like, it watched like I read a comic book. Like, I got this episode, and I got this comic, I was reading it, and by the end, the lesson that they were dealing with was done. It felt like a Saturday morning, like I was watching X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Like the old joint, or any of those cartoons used to come on back in the day. That's what it felt like. That's what I'm enjoying about this so much. And bro, it's super dope. In 3 episodes, we have had more happen in 3 episodes of X-Men than we had in 200 episodes of One Piece. They doing their dang thing. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comments below. I can't wait to see y'all thoughts. It's just so much going on in my head with this. I can't wait till I can't wait till Adam watches, sit down and talk to him about it. It's just so much to go over. So I definitely want to engage you guys in the comments and see what you thought. If you want to, go ahead and you can send video responses if you want to the A+ Opinions Instagram, and I'll answer them side by side and throw them up on reels, or you can do it on the send them to the A+ Heel Reporter, A+ Opinions on Facebook. If you send it to that messenger, we'll put them up as reels. We'll answer them. You guys could definitely do that. All right, so until next time, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. Indiana.